I think, I mean, I just speaking from personal experience, I mean, I work in TV where we spend a lot of money to make videos, but nowadays we have equipment where you can shoot a video on your iPhone with a tiny tripod, and it looks just as good as $35,000 equipment. And in fact, the video I did on Facebook, I recorded it at my desk at work with a busy background. I just clipped a little lapel mic to me, put my phone on a tripod, and it did 13 million views in 3 days. And that was no production thought whatsoever. So I think, and I'm seeing your badge here, Southern California Edison, is that? I mean, I think that's the kind of stuff that people actually like to see, is when they see, like, let's say you go out with an Edison worker, hey, today we're fixing these lights, let me show you how we change the LEDs on the streets. Awesome, I would watch that. That's really cool. It would take no production value whatsoever to just have some guy follow your crew with an iPhone and a microphone to get that video. And yeah, the shaky video stuff, I mean, today's cameras have image stabilization. As long as you're not, waving all around trying to get, a shot, you can do some nice editing. I don't think it's expensive, and I don't think that should be a barrier or a barrier to entry at this point. I mean, you can spend as much as you want on video equipment, and of course, as these YouTubers get better and bigger audiences, sometimes they upgrade their stuff, but a lot of them are doing it with the stuff that you and I have. So maybe Lamarr, you want to talk to that?
Yeah, I've been thinking about the video about that, because every day in the comments someone's saying, what camera do you use? What software? And what they're really asking is, what are you using so I can be exactly like you? And it doesn't work that way, because they can use the exact same camera I have and still not have the same success or failure on the video. And so I've been thinking of a way to explain that. But there are YouTubers who've gotten famous using an old MacBook webcam. It literally, I mean, I would say the most important thing, to be honest, and Rich touched on this, is sound quality. If sound is number one, if people can't hear you, they don't care how good your quality is. They will turn and leave that video in a moment. So you can have, basic video, but it's really, they will want to hear you. And it's about telling that story, and I think that's a great idea. I would watch that. Because otherwise, I don't want to watch anything about light bulbs or whatever. It sounds really interesting. I hope you do that one day with it.
Yeah. A free app. If you have an iPhone, YouTube Capture is a free app that you can download, and you can shoot on your iPhone and edit all on your iPhone. It's on Android too. Okay, yeah, it's on Android too, and you can upload directly from that. And people may think, well, I don't want to shoot on my phone, it's not going to look great, but I mean, the new phones look really great, and some people now, they almost kind of expect like this TMZ or this kind of casual vibe to videos. And half of my videos now, I go to events and I'm just recording toys on my phone, and then I'll go home and I'll just sit and I edit like on my phone and upload directly using YouTube Capture. It's a good tool. It's free too.
The only thing I'll add to that is audiences are getting increasingly smarter though, and like whatever you do not downplay how intelligent viewers are, especially the young ones. And so if you are trying to do an entire ad campaign shot on a phone, I would either definitely disclose that or not try and pass it off as like a multinational ad campaign, because they'll see right through that. And it's like Lamarr was saying, sound quality is key, great editing is key. So if you have a video that you shot on your phone, there's absolutely no guarantee that's going to go anywhere if it's not edited brilliantly and it doesn't have certain red flags that every kid under 14 now knows to look for in crappy audio or crappy video. So, bad audio quality, extreme excessive shaky cam, bad framing, subjects that don't make any sense, you know what I mean? And lagging editors, clips that don't move, things that aren't quick. And the other thing you really can't stamp on, honestly, if you're going to put money into it, is motion graphics. If you do want things to, pop on screen, titles, text, something like that, like going into iMovie and typing out, SoCal Edison campaign, and having that as a lower third is not going to cut it. So, there are certain things you can't negate. But for the most part, yeah, you can totally take shortcuts. But you can't negate good editing. You just can't.
I'm going to take some more questions from the audience, but I just want to add, too, that here's what I see all the time when I'm doing my stories. It's like people are always nervous to do interviews. They're always very nervous to be on camera, and I tell them the same thing. You're an expert. I'm sure at Edison you have so many experts in every company, whether you're running askaloveguru.com. I'm sure you do like Q&As and stuff, but like you have experts at your company, and to tap into that knowledge base is one of the easiest ways to create videos for your company, and it works every single time because that's pretty much what the news does on a daily basis. And if you have someone interesting that can talk about something and you kind of make a fun video with it, I mean, that's really compelling content. It's simple, it's easy, it's free. And you're just going around, walking around to your company. I work with AT&T, they're one of our sponsors for our segment, and I begged them for like 4 years. I said, just let me go to one of your offices the way Conan O'Brien went to Intel a couple years ago, and just let me just interview people off the cuff. And they absolutely would not let me do that because they were so scared of the outcome. Someone gonna say something wrong, these people aren't media trained. And sure enough, I go through their office, and by the end of the hour, they were kicking me out because they were like, okay, that's enough, we're done. But we got such a great story out of it because I just went up to engineers and I'm like, dude, what are you doing here? And, you know, it's just like the guy who programs your guide on your TV, like he's the guy that makes the font look a certain way and puts the little graphics there. And like, it's crazy, but someone does that. And he had a really funny personality, and you just happened to run into him in the hallway there, and it made for great TV. It was really funny.